Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Mutiny Pirate Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well. So today what I want to do is I want to give you guys a run through of the Pirates Camp 2. Yes, this is part of our 2023 clear through series of Mutiny, and yeah, I'm just going island by island and showing you guys how I would clear these islands if I was at a similar level. So before we get started, let us jump into our player here. So what you guys are looking at is you're looking at clothing currently at a tier 2, which are a little bit deteriorated, which I'm going to show you guys a new set of clothes which I'm going to be using in a moment. I've also got a tier 3 bag, tier 3 pistol, tier 2 pistol, and then I've obviously got tier 3 and tier 2 respectively. And the axes, I feel like in a way they're really irrelevant, only because that you only may need to break down a couple of walls here and there depending on the level and I guess the harshness of what type of map you're going to be spawned into, if that makes sense. So the other part is I've brought a few things along with me just in case if I need it. So as you can see, I've actually got a full set of clothing of the Botswan's clothing. So these are tier 3, and then I've got powder kegs should I need it, a spare pistol should I need it, and I've got 3 I've got 3 torches should I need those. So with the torches, you might need to burn certain things within the actual island as part of the completion of the task that this sailor will ask you in a moment to do. So we're going to obviously accept this. So the rewards are going to be a boarding musket, we're going to get a uncommon tube, we're going to get 10 common tubes, and then we're going to get a full stack of sailcloth. As you can see, I've got a lot of sailcloth there, so we're going to turn that on. That lasts for 6 days. If we want, we can enlist an animal if you've got the spirit points for it, but let's just continue and let's just get this underway. Now with this, we're going to need to use axes, so we're not going to really need to use the torches. That's the word I'm looking for. And as you can see, my little fella is quite sprightly, and he doesn't mind taking these guys out. And we've got to get rid of the bounty hunter. And I've got the Corsair here. I've got to dispatch him quickly because I need to get the snitch before he goes and tattletales on everyone else to let them know that I'm actually here in the island. So just as well, I got rid of him quite quickly. And as you can see straight away, we did get some pretty good items here. Honestly, I'm going to leave those 2 there because I've got an abundance of clothing, and I've got an abundance of sulfur, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. But things like ingots and stuff like that, absolutely I'm going to grab those. That's not going to be something I'm going to leave behind, that's for sure. Alright, let's just take out you. Oh my god. Okay, well, you didn't last long, did you? You got a little bit over ambitious. So we're going to leave him there. And I did bring I didn't bring any heals with me. Whoops. Well, that's going to be pretty bad. Well, let's see how we go without the heals. Yeah, actually I should have brought some heals with me. I'm not too sure why, but anyway, it is what it is. Let's see how long I can actually last if I feed off the land, so to speak, that we have in the zone here. Now you'll notice that some of these pirates, they will switch weapons. So some of them start with ranged weapons, and then and then towards the end, as you're killing them, they'll switch over and use melee, just to sort of give you guys a bit of an idea. Okay, so let's just run away, and as you can see, he did switch to a melee weapon. So let's go ahead and pop the clothing on and see if we can heal as best as we can while we're here. I'm going to try and save those. I doubt that I'm going to be able to have that luxury, but look, it is what it is. We can only do so much. Let's continue on over here. Oh, the thug's onto me. Okay. Yeah, I should have brought some heals with me. I thought I had heals with me ready to go, and obviously I didn't, so there's only so much you can do. Alright, Mr. Corsair, I'm going to have to try and retreat for this one. Yeah, it's not looking good. I should have brought some heals with me. So rookie mistake by me, but you should have heals with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back, and I'm going to grab some heals relevant to this, I guess, the northern zone, if that makes sense. So I'll show you guys what I mean by that when I bring you guys back in. Okay, and just like that, we are back. So what I did bring along is I brought a few bandages, as you can see. I've got a healing ointment, which is a tier 1, believe it or not. Tier 2 light bandage and a tier 3 bandage, a couple of those, and then I brought some curative ointment, which is tier 3 base. So you can make the herbal infusion, which is obviously tier 3, which will turn into this fella here. But like I said, we'll see how we go. We may not even need to use the ointment, but I just want to sort of take a fair stab at it and use this excuse me, first off, and see how well we can actually, I guess, survive and maneuver our way around until we do need to use those. So I sort of try and use the bandages up first. I think they're the first ones that I would rather utilize. And as we've got that there, may as well get those happening. And cool, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's move over this way. Now remember, we're going to kill 5 thugs, and we're going to break open 5 of those weapons crates. So the quicker that we can get rid of these guys, the better. And as you can see, they did switch to a melee. So there goes one, and there goes the other one. So you can try and time yourself in terms of killing these guys before they switch to their melee, especially when they've got their range attacks. So we've got this fella here. Now the archers are a bit of a pain. They're a little bit of a nuisance for me because they can... Oop, I'm actually stuck. There you go. Oop, that is a thug. Okay, I just realised who we're dealing with here. So before we continue on, let's just quickly re-heal a little bit. And if you do have any necklaces, obviously they're going to make you a little bit quicker in terms of, reload ability and stuff like that. But we got through him, no problem at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and just use up all the bandages that we've got so far, and let's see what we get out of this. We'll take those for now, subject to removing them, I guess. Okay, so tool's broken. Alright, so just as well I brought a few axes with me, which is helpful for me. I'm going to take the berries just in case as we go along because, try and sort of stay on the conservative side of things. So we've got the thug over there. See if we can just pop him with this. So we actually drew him out on his own, which is quite nice. So I guess if you can, use your best weapon for these fellas here because obviously they're going to take the least amount of time to kill. There we go. And we'll switch back to the wheel lock and we'll continue on. Okay. Oop. I thought I was trying to... that's okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's just bring this fella out. I'm going to have to use one of these bad boys. Okay. And Corsair is out. May as well. Okay, so let's just go ahead and tame you. And let's just get rid of this Corsair over there because we're going to need to. And, alright, so he's going to serve a bit of a distraction for me, which is great. There we go, thank you very much. And this fella here, this snitch, I need to get the snitch here, there we go. Beautiful. Because yeah, these snitches, they can call the cavalry, so to speak. So you got to be careful in the way that you attack these fellas. So you got to get them first before you do anything. Definitely going to take the alcohol. Let's just break up that. And actually, what did you guys have? Take that. Beautiful. Continue on. All right, let's see what's in here. I'll leave those. Actually, you know what? The sandstone. Oh, I've got a bit of sandstone. I should be right. Okay, cool. So that's one part of the quest done. I've got to kill one more thug, and then we're going to defeat William the Ferocious Hunter. And then we're going to report back to Joshy. So I believe, what do you call it? He's over there. what's his name? I just literally said his name. William, the Ferocious Hunter. So yeah, we'll dispatch him pretty soon. But there is a thug, so I definitely want to take this thug out. Beautiful. So if you can definitely tame your animals, definitely do that, because that's going to give you a bit of an advantage and will help you in aid of losing durability on some of your weapons, and preventing you from using heals and stuff like that. Unfortunately, he did die, but we should be able to get through quite comfortably. I'm going to use the elegant wheel-lock pistol, because I reckon that's going to be... Actually, which is stronger? 264 versus 260. Well, they're as good as each other just about when you think about it. Okay, Mr. Bounty Hunter. Oh, I just realised. Quickly go ahead and heal. Okay, leave these guys on a bit of a race to try and get me. Okay, you are dispatched. Okay, Mr. Bounty Hunter. Now you should switch to a melee and come at me. Oh no, you didn't, but I got you anyway, so we're good. But as you can see, you are actually getting a lot of tier 3 stuff as well. Okay, so when you look at it, so cotton rope, cotton cloth, that's going to help you to make things like this. Okay, so definitely it is a good shout to actually do this if you can. And part of doing this is obviously demonstrating the fact that it can be done. It is not all that difficult to to go in, maneuver, and get yourself a result, as I like to call it. Okay, so disregard the fact that I'm not actually picking everything up as I go along. Like I said, I do have a lot of this stuff, so I prefer to just ensure that I've taken what I guess what I need, if that makes sense. But anyway, alright, so this guy is a musket, so by the time he shoots, he's got me twice. Not too bad. I'd rather take this guy out on his own. There we go. Whoop, there we go. And boom. Boom. And there we go. So he only got me once, which is good, because I sort of ran up and back a little bit just to sort of, I guess, disrupt his movement and his attack. These guys are fairly easy, especially when you got the when you've got the one with the hammer. So even though that he's got 700 hit points, he's not going to get me unless if I do something stupid, or if I leave it too late. Excuse me, with my movement. Then that's the only way that he's going to get me. Okay. And he should be coming at me. There we go. And then this guy. Okay, so look, and you don't necessarily need to go down this way either. If you've fulfilled the quest, and the last thing for you to do is to take out the main gang leader, so to speak, then you can obviously just go ahead and do that and save yourself a bit of strife, because it can be done that way. You don't need to necessarily go through the whole thing like as I'm doing it, but I'd rather just demonstrate it and show you guys as we go along. Okay, so far he's only got me once, and I've taken him out. Beautiful. Alright, let's continue on. I might just use that. So there you go. Looks like I am using most of that, but like I said, if you do get the jasmine infusions, you should be fine. You don't necessarily need to make the ointments, in my opinion. I guess that's not necessary. That's probably the best way I would do it. Okay. Oops, thought I shot you. It's a little bit of game lag I've noticed lately. Not too sure what's going on with that, but look, it is what it is. Okay, Bounty Hunter, thank you. Go this way. And boom. Yeah, see, it's better when they do that. It's better when they try and switch their weapons, because it just gives them that second delay that you can actually take them out. But if they're already melee like this guy, then you're going to have to take him out, because they're not going to switch. Okay, this fellow over here. Okay, he did get me once, but I've taken him out completely, which is good. Okay, not too fussed about that. And this Corsair, and I've just noticed that I've lost most of my armor. So yeah, you definitely need 2 sets of armor just to get through this comfortably. Now you don't need to necessarily break any of these if you've already done or fulfilled the that part of the quest, so you can just continue on and do what you need to do. But for me being me, I'd rather just do it. Okay, Mr. Bounty Hunter. Boom, there we go. Alright, now I better probably use one of these. Like I said, I tried not to engage and use those, but you can only do so much. Now I've got to deal with these guys over here as well. Come on. Yeah, there's a bit of lag there. And the character animation is a little bit off too, so I'm not too sure what the go is with that, to be honest with you guys. Okay, and beautiful. Yeah. If you can get into that rhythm, especially with the ones with the guns, then you're sure enough to probably impact or get hit once, more or less. Ooh, didn't realize there's a thug there. It's alright, we'll dispatch him. There we go. Easily done. So this should enable us now to go probably back to the start, the beginning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Yeah, so we are back at the start. Very good. Okay. I'm going to get myself another set of armor. You don't have to, but I would recommend that you do. You don't necessarily need the tier 3 stuff. I mean, you could probably use the sturdy versions of the tier 2. Well, that was nearly done, but I'll just get rid of that. Let's grab some of those, and I'm just going to get rid of those. These guys aren't needed. Honestly, these guys can be deleted. There we go. And I'll pop you guys in there. Sure, let's just take all of them out for now. Okay, cool. Got myself reorganized, so let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, we'll leave it as is. We'll leave it as is. Okay, so the center part of the map, this is where we're at now. So what I was sort of looking at doing to see if we can actually shoot these guys from on this side of the embankment, so to speak. And if you can do that, which you can't because he's going to go all the way around. So you can only just engage when you're on the same side of the shoreline, if that makes sense. But I thought I'd give it a shot because if you could, that's a massive exploit because at least you can get maybe a couple hits in before they do come in and attack you. So, what can you do? Alright. Oh, there's a couple of thugs. I didn't realize that. Okay. So, if you really want to sort of make use of your time through here, in this instance, then you could probably just go into the center, take out most of the thugs, and then fill up that requirement before you move on to try to break through. So there's a Corsair there. And let's just take you out. Very good. Okay, so what you're noticing here is we've got a... by the way, I've actually cleared out all the other pirates, so there's really no more... oh, I've noticed that there's an animal inside. So I'm just going to quickly heal up. So that's the second time I've used the ointment. So like I said, you could probably get away with using probably if you've gotten yourself a full stack of jasmine infusion, I think you're probably right to go, and you wouldn't need to use anything more above that, if that makes sense. But otherwise, I just used a combination of stuff that I had about with me, just to sort of, I guess, give you guys variety in what you can use, so to speak. But yeah, anyway. As you can see, there is an animal there ready to go to hit me, so we'll deal with that animal in a moment. As you can see, there's actually a couple of them. Oh wow, didn't realize. So that's going to be interesting. Okay, so you can see that there is a chest in there. We definitely want to get that, and then you've obviously got a couple of other what do you call it, ways to get in. Now what I would recommend is if you're going to break down any of these other walls to see what else is inside, or to find in this case William, my recommendation is to break down the walls with the window there, because they're the weakest ones, just to give you guys an idea. Okay, so you got these two fellas here, so you are going to stand to use a little bit of your you know, materials, your weaponry and all that sort of stuff, pretty much everything here. So as we've taken out both of them now, we've got free reins to take out William, so he is exposed, so he's got 1200 HP. What I might do, just in case, is we'll pop that on there and away we go. Oop, he's not even moving. What's going on with you? Okay, William, why aren't you attacking back? Well, you're making my life easy at the moment. Why aren't you attacking? Well, if you guys can get away doing this, then do it. But, hello William, are you going to hit me or what? How about if I were to break this just in front of you? I know it's stupid to waste one of those, but okay. Look, you obviously didn't want to fight me. I think he knew I was too strong for him, so he just sort of gave up. Look, I honestly don't think that's the case, but I'm just making light of the situation. But if, like I said, if you really wanted to open up the rest of this, you can. I've got a lot of these powder kegs, so it doesn't really bother me. But I just wanted to sort of give you guys a bit of an idea what you're looking at. And then there we go, and that's everything. So there's really not much else in here. I knew there wasn't anything in here anyway. But look, if you've cleared this on the first day, and you are full to the brim of stuff, then what I would recommend you do is come back, because there's a lot of free resources here that you guys can pick up. So a lot of sandstone, pine logs, things of that nature, and whatever you haven't picked up from the killed enemies. So yeah, I would recommend that you guys do that, because you do have a good amount of time in you know, coming back here when you need to, if you want to. It's up to you, of course, but let's go ahead and complete that. And actually that went all into my inbox, but that's fine, that's it. But anyway guys, that's going to go ahead and do it. Hopefully you guys found this one here interesting, informative, helpful. Hopefully I've given you guys enough tips to sort of get around this sort of map here. Call out anything if you guys want in the comment section down below. Any of you more experienced pirates, if you want to jump in and help the newbies with your own tips and stuff like that, definitely go ahead and do that too. Or if you feel like there's a more efficient way of doing this, then you guys can do that. Basically everything that I've done here is based on the correctness of the islands and the materials that you can pick up that allows you to create everything that I've used here today, aside from the axes, of course. But anyway, I digress. That's it for me. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, share if you can, as I mentioned before. And if you guys are new to the channel or not, and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alrighty guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.